And welcome back to This Week in the Mohawk Valley. It is the Central New York Travel Show portion of today's program. And we're joined by Sarah Foster from Oneida County Tourism. Good morning, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to talk a little bit today about theaters helping theaters.
Yes, we are joined today by Arnold Galin, who is with Theaters Helping Theaters. And why don't you just start with an intro of yourself and I guess how you got into it and what this is about.
Right. I'm vice president of Rome Community Theater, and we were sitting around at a board meeting once, and we said we got to get together with other groups, especially community theaters that always feel like they have to compete with one another. So we came up with an idea of combining forces so we could share the skills and comments and actually network together and learn new skills about theater. And we would do different venues in different areas, in different theaters, in order to get more information out there and people learning a lot more things that they wouldn't ordinarily pick up by just attending or auditioning for theaters.
Okay, well, that sounds great. So who is involved in this?
There's Rome Community Theater, and then there's Players of Utica. There's Ilian Little Theater and also a group called Outcast International. These are the local groups around that work together as community theaters.
Okay, great. So I know you have been running workshops and you have a couple more coming up. So on Saturday, June 4th, you have stage direction. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so this one is actually happening in Utica, and it's 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Why don't you tell us what stage direction is about?
Actually, really good. One thing that we don't know about is direction. A lot of people don't get the exposure of actually learning how to direct plays. The only way you could do that is actually go to college and learn about it.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't do that or have their concept. The only concept they have is they might have been an actor and they watched the director actually direct. But that's just a part of it. So we decided to do this directing workshop, which is going to be presented by Rodney Hudson from the Syracuse University Drama Department.
Okay,
and,
awesome.
What they're going to be doing, and I have his notes here, and he said the directing workshop will cover the basics of auditioning people, choosing a cast, blocking a show, and giving initial direction to people. It will move into helping an actor find and develop his or her character, working with the producer, stage manager, and crew. Also, it will give an appropriate notes to the cast and how to direct a play that would be appropriately reflecting the director's vision. That's a mouthful. But there's a lot of things in there that most actors or even the audience members don't really understand. So it's going to be a really outstanding workshop to attend if you're thinking of even directing or having a better knowledge of what a director does.
Okay, yeah, I mean, me personally, I didn't actually understand that that's what that was for stage direction. I was thinking it was more people that might be on the stage and how to understand. So it's actually the reverse. It's someone helping direct the people that are on stage.
Right. That's just a small part of it. It's called blocking in theater is just moving around, but there's a lot more involved.
Yeah.
There's understanding a character, having a baseline. In other words, finding his background information and making him more of a three-dimensional character as compared to just reading lines off of a script.
Okay, and I see on here Rodney Hudson. He's been an actor, singer, playwright, and stage director for the past 55 years.
Yes, he has.
So he knows what he's doing.
Yes, he does.
Very good. That's cool. So then that one is June 4th. Mm-hmm. And if someone is interested in doing this workshop, how do you recommend going about it?
The best way to go about it is to contact us at the Rome Community Theater website, and that's romecommunitytheater.org. It'll give you all the information that you need. Also, the price is probably very, very reasonable. It's $20 for adults, which also includes lunch, but we're trying to encourage younger people. So any student, high school student or college student that has an ID will get in free.
Oh, wow.
So that's a really good deal out there
for
anybody who's interested. It doesn't cost you anything, and you get a free lunch.
And yeah, that's a good way to entice people. Well, that's cool. And then I know there are two others after, both on June 18th. You have PR and marketing and social media, and then also stage management.
And again, 3 areas of theater that nobody's familiar with, but are essential in order to run a good production. Media is media, but there's a lot more to it, as anybody out there knows, is that there are a lot of different ways of getting the word out, and they're going to explore that. Stage managing is another one. Nobody knows what a stage manager does. Some people don't even know they exist. But he's the actual lifeline between the director and the actors. He actually runs the show, or he or she runs the show during the entire production when the director isn't there. So that he or she takes over the show while it's actually being performed.
Great. And so both of these are at Players of Utica?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So again, the PR and marketing social media is 10 to 12, and then stage management is 12 to 2?
Correct.
Perfect. And so, yeah, definitely it sounds like such a reasonable deal. And I mean, even from someone who watches shows, I don't think that people realize how much actually goes into it. Right. Good. So I know you said you had a couple other things coming up that you wanted to talk about.
Yes, I do. Okay. Rome Community Theater is going to be doing an interesting children's production. They do one every summer, and it's around August. This year it's going to be August 4th through 7th, and they're going to have auditions for, ready for this? They're having auditions for Dorothy in Wonderland. Yes, that sounds confusing, but it's combining The Wizard of Oz and Alice Through the Looking Glass. Kind of weird concept there, but it should be interesting. And they're looking for actors between the ages of 6 and 18. And again, head over to our website at romecommunitytheater.org, and it'll give you information on when the auditions are going to be held, which I can tell you right now is June 12th and 13th at 6:30 at Rome Community Theater.
Perfect. And then you guys, I know Rome Community Theater is celebrating 63 years of live theater. That's incredible.
Yes, it is.
And congratulations on that. And I see your schedule. It's been publicly announced what the shows are that are coming up.
I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
This is like an exclusive. This information hasn't been, it's at the printer right now, so it won't get out until a couple of weeks. But you're privy to this information right now. They have I think is a really good, they always say that, but I really think that it's a really great and unusual and different season this year. Rome Community Theater is going to be starting off with a musical, Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. A lot of people have heard that. That is off the top, off the wall kind of musical that deals with, the coat of many colors of the story of Joseph in the Bible from the book of Genesis, but it's a lot more. It deals with every type of music that you could think of. It has reggae, it has the hip-hop, it has the twist, it has Elvis Presley imitators.
Everybody.
If you've seen the show, you understand that. It's just an over-the-top type of musical, and that's what we're going to start in October with. Then that's going to be followed by a less-known comedy called The Miracle on South Division Street, and that's going to be in December. And that deals with, well, I can't really tell you what it deals with because it's a big surprise, but this Polish family discovers that they're really not Polish. That's a teaser, okay, and that's all I can say about that. The next one is the Laramie Project, which is a heavy-duty, really very serious-minded, very thought-provoking drama. And that deals with a man named Matthew Shepard, and some of you might have been familiar with that. And it's a murder that happened many years ago, and it's a recreation of the events leading up to that murder. We decided to do it now. A lot of people kept on saying, well, why are you doing something really serious? We feel at Rome Community Theater that you should have both comedy and serious drama. Yeah. A lot of times we go for escape. Sometimes we go for education. We try to promote the educational as well as the comical.
Absolutely.
Which brings us to the next one, which is called Wait Until Dark, which is going to open in April. And if you've ever seen the movie with Hepburn or the show on Broadway with Lee Remick, you'll remember this one. This is about a blind woman who gets involved in a case where she is left alone with a bunch of criminals that are after her. Really, really very suspenseful. And the last one is Rumors by Neil Simon, which is a bunch, just as the title implies, that there's a whole bunch of misinformation that's going around that leads this farce to a really, really funny ending.
Great. So these kick off in October?
Yes.
And then the last one you mentioned, I know some of these go into 2017. So
Yes, it does. That's June in 2017.
that's good. So people can start planning ahead and, think about what they want to see. But it's definitely, I like the variety. I think that's nice to appeal to all different, people and what their interests are. Not only comedy. So why don't you once again remind everybody, June 4th is the next workshop that you guys are doing on stage direction, and that's at Grace Church in Utica. And then PR and marketing, social media, and stage management are June 18th at Players of Utica. Your shows are coming up, lots of great events happening. So can you just give us once more how to get the information and where to reach you guys?
Yes, of course. Our website is www.romecommunitytheater.org. Also, tickets are on sale for, and I didn't mention this one too, for Vanya, Sonia, Marsha, and Spike, which is a comedy that's going to be really strange title. It has nothing to do with Chekhov at all. But if you know Chekhov, you appreciate the jokes in this comedy. That opens, the box office opens, and the box office number is 337-5920, or you could get tickets directly online at our website.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Arnold, for joining us today.
And thank you.
Yeah, thanks.